that and still sell it for $1?
Yeah,
How do you
financially, how
ship
do you
it
make that
across
work?
the ocean?
Yeah.
A lot of them.
Yeah.
So I got a bug up my butt and did a lot of research on the elections for the last, in the town of Farragut, since early 90s. Very interesting stuff going on.
I would love to
What were
hear
you
that.
looking
no.
for?
Just who ran and what the issues were, and
Oh,
Okay. Is there a recurring theme of issues?
probably not.
Not really.
no.
You mean the Bel Air deal?
No, I did a research on all the elections and who ran for what in various years back to the 1991. Just kind of curious.
It's interesting.
It is interesting.
Okay, the time is approximately 6 p.m. and July 8th, 2021. Farragut Board Mayor and Alderman meeting will now come to order. All Farragut Board Mayor and Alderman meetings are public notice per Tennessee state law. Our meetings can be seen live, Charter Channel 193 and TDS Channel 3, as well as on Farragut YouTube channel and our website. The meeting will also be recorded, can be viewed later on Town of Farragut YouTube channel, as well as Charter Channel 193 and TDS Channel 3. During the regular posted agenda, all comments or questions from Farragut residents will now be in person. If you're interested in speaking, we ask that you fill out a blue card with the name and address in the agenda number and turn it into the town recorder prior to the start of the meeting. The mayor or the vice mayor shall maintain and control the meeting to provide a professional and objective environment, so please read the posted comment protocol and understand that there will be a 5-minute limit for each speaker. At the end of tonight's business meeting, there will be some time reserved for public comment under the Citizens Forum agenda, in which the same rules apply as a regular posted agenda item. Okay, we'll start first with a meeting call to order, and we'll have a silent prayer, which will be followed by the Pledge of Allegiance to our country's flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, I will now ask the town recorder to please take an attendance roll call for a quorum.
Alderman Meyer?
Present.
Here.
Mayor Williams.
Mayor Williams here. Thank you. Okay, next will be approval of the agenda. Any agenda changes or amendments?
Yes, sir.
None, okay.
Move to approve.
Second.
Okay, all in favor of approval,
Aye.
say yes.
Yes.
Let the record show July 8th agenda has been approved as posted. Next will be approval of minutes.
Move to approve.
Second.
All in favor of approval, say yes.
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 Let the record show that June 24th, 2021 meeting minutes have been approved and will be recorded as official minutes of that meeting. Okay, next will be the mayor's report, and I'd like to start out with appointments to the Farragut Municipal Planning Commission. Both John Green and Noah Myers have agreed to another term on the Farragut Municipal Planning Commission. Will be joined on July 15th by our newest member, Shannon Preston. Okay, does any of the other aldermen have anything to report?
I'll say a little bit about our parade. It was a beautiful day. It was nice to be back after a year of COVID. I thought it was so appropriate to have our principals of our schools as our grand marshals. It was just, the staff did a fantastic job. So thank you very much to Sue Stoll and her team for putting such another wonderful parade together.
I sure agree with that. Okay, next we'll have, tonight we have no ordinances to review with public hearing, but we do have 3 business items on tonight's agenda. We'll start off with approval of the Farragut Museum Committee Charter Revision.
Good evening, members of the Board of Mayor and Aldermen. I am Trevor Hobbs, the Assistant to the Town Administrator, and I'm pleased to present to you this revision. The proposed revision would change the number of voting members from 9 to 11, and the number of non-voting youth members from 1 to 3. So it is proposed that the Board of Mayor and Aldermen would approve the proposed revisions to the Museum Committee Charter.
Move to approve.
Second.
Okay, do we have any discussion on this?
No, sir.
None? Any questions or comments from the audience? None? Okay. Then we'll start with discussion from the Vice Mayor.
Mayor, this is a committee you serve on, is that correct?
Yes.
So these are obviously coming from you and the committee that they'd like to see more youth members.
Yes, matter of fact, I'd like to see that across the board, more youth members on all committees.
Well, we have 4 on ERC now.
That's
So,
great.
Yep.
So-
And I know that I spoke to one of your committee members who indicated that she's been getting a lot of young people wanting to do their volunteer time in the museum. So that's always very encouraging. So I certainly have no other questions.
Okay. Alderman Meyer?
Pass.
Pass, okay. Well, you covered everything on that. We're very fortunate to have high school students that want to participate, and I think we need to give them the opportunity whenever they step up and go the trouble to apply, so.
I did want to say one thing, a little off topic. Steve Stowe passed away this week. He has served on the museum committee for some time. We're very sad, and my prayers are with Jeannie Stowe and her family at this point.
Yeah, Steve was a wealth of information. It's sad to lose him. Okay, let's see, we have a motion on the floor. It's been seconded. All in favor, please say yes.
Yes.
Okay, let the record show that charter revision's been approved. Okay, next will be approval of the professional service agreement with CDM Smith, Inc. for development of the Grigsby Chapel Road Mitigation Study.
Yes, this is an agreement with CDM Smith to develop a traffic study on Grigsby Chapel Road. You'll remember the CIP workshops. We talked quite a bit. I think it was proposed to consider what would happen if we have a signal at St. John Court as well as Fretz Road. There was quite a bit of discussion on it, and I think one of the big things that came out of it is we need to look at the whole corridor. Figure out what would happen with different approaches to look at volume, speed, traffic movements. This will be a pretty comprehensive study from CDM Smith. The lump sum fee is $69,500. And staff recommends approval of professional services agreement with CDM Smith Incorporated for development of the Grigsby Chapel Road Traffic Mitigation Study.
Motion, please.
Move to approve.
Second.
Okay. Any questions from
No, sir.
audience? Okay. Discussion. This has been discussed very well. I think we all agree that this needs to be done. It's long overdue. And we'll start off with Alderman Meyer.
So I absolutely support the study. I know the vice mayor's had some communications with residents who've looked at the contract, so I'm going to defer to her first so we don't double dip, I guess, whatever the word is. So,
Thank you, Alderman Meyer. I did. I sent out the packet to leadership in the HOA leadership in Wyndham Hall because they've been very involved in this whole process. And they reviewed it and just had a few things they wanted to add to the scope of work. One was adding the entrance road from Grigsby Park subdivision, which is currently under construction, as part of, obviously, you don't have any counts, but
Correct.
the estimate of what would be coming out of there should be included in.
I think it should be, yes, and we
Okay.
can handle
So-
that with just a phone call, I think.
Yeah, So I don't know if we have to amend this, if I have to make an amended motion with the scope of work, but the other one was a recommendation that they include, it says under fourth bullet, under scope of services, conduct a review of corridor crash history for a period of 3 to 5 years. They just want to ensure that while we're reviewing the crash history investigated by law enforcement, we're also including in there the reviews of maintenance records by Town of Farragut for repairs to the calming islands that have been damage caused by hit-and-run vehicles that weren't necessarily, law enforcement wasn't involved in. So they just want that included in the.
Correct. I'm sure Bud has records that he could go back and figure out how many trees he's planted and
Yeah.
how many times they've had to be out
There
there.
you go.
So we can provide that for them.
Okay, so I'm just,
You may want to amend the motion.
that's what I'm going to do, but I'll wait till we have more conversation and then I'll amend the motion.
Okay, well, I don't have anything to add to this. I think, like I said, we've pretty well laid it out here how we need to do it to make sure that it's done properly, and this addition is definitely something that needs to be done. So go right ahead with the amendment, please.
Alderman Meyer, you have anything else to add?
No, ma'am, you covered it. Thank you.
I'm going to amend my motion, move to approve with the amended, the amendments to the scope of work as described. You get that, right? Yeah, I can give you the email if you want.
Okay.
I second.
Okay. All in favor of the amended motion, please say so by saying yes.
Yes.
Yes. Any noes? No. Let the record show that the amendment agreement has been approved. Okay, next will be approval of the professional services agreement with Canon Inc. for the development of Jamestown Boulevard traffic study.
Yes, this is an agreement with Canon and Canon for another traffic study unrelated to the Grigsby Chapel study. The purpose of this study is to determine what improvements would need to occur on Jamestown Boulevard to make a viable bypass for the Kingston Pike Gamble Station Road intersection. As you know, traffic backs up there badly during peak hours. I would suspect a signal at each end would have to be considered there. We also want to look at future development of the Ford farm and see what would happen with traffic once that's connected. Because I think both of those improvements to both sides of Kingston Pike would significantly help at the Kingston Pike Campbell Station Road intersection. So Brian Haas is here tonight with Canon and Canon. If you have any questions of him. Staff recommends approval of the professional services agreement with Canon and Canon for development of the Jamestown Boulevard traffic study.
Move to approve.
Second.
Okay, any questions from,
No, sir.
okay. Okay, we'll start out with discussion, and Alderman Meyer, you can go first.
Pass.
Vice Mayor?
I have some questions, just clarifications. I'm sorry, can you give us your name and address?
Yes, Brian Haas with Canon. Canon address is 2428 Ancient Oak Lane, Knoxville 37931.
Thank you, Brian. This is to, Jamestown Boulevard, in my estimation, is part of our mixed-use town center. It's the border, one border of it. So, and it will connect Village Green residents into whatever comes to, as our town center grows out. So to me, it's very important that the pedestrian aspect of it is a strong and equal consideration to the vehicular traffic, because that's what we're trying to do, is build a walkable town center. So that's why, and there's plenty of, I know, certainly it narrows down, but the portion that comes in from Village Green, there's ample space for us to make sure that we're taking care of pedestrians or families that want to go for a bike ride or whatever. So those, I just want to make it clear that that is part of my concern, is that we certainly want to increase connectivity and increase the ability to absorb the traffic that we continue to absorb, but we don't want to lose the ability to have the pedestrian-oriented design that we're striving for in the middle of our town. So
Okay.
I just want to make that clear to you. And that's all I had.
Thank you. If you look at Village Green, that whole area is back, there's a lot of biking going on, a lot of walking. That's probably the most used walking subdivision that we have, one of the larger ones. And that is, like she said, it's very important that we look at that aspect of the biking and walking. Of course, the red lights, like what Darrell said, are what we feel needs to be there to help the stacking of traffic. That's those two areas right there. If we had the lights at both ends, then it would allow you to stage traffic as it approaches the Kingston Pike Campbell Station interchange, which is probably our busiest interchange in town. And those two red lights would help that tremendously. It would help us time the lights whenever we get the new system in, and just want to make sure that that you are aware of that system that Darrell has coming up and how that would work.
That. He's doing the design for that one.
Okay, great. Okay, so anyway, that's all I have.
Mayor Williams, can I add one more thing
Go
to
right
this?
ahead.
Because I'm not sure if you're aware of this, and I'm not sure if Farragut Middle School has changed this since my last conversation with Principal Edmonds, but currently, the emergency shelter for Farragut Middle School, if they had to evacuate the school, is the Lutheran Church next to the community center. And they have never, from the principal administration level, have ever practiced walking over because they don't have safe access there. So that is something I think you probably need to be aware of, that that they have that, and they don't really have a way to get all those kids across the street safely. So
Sure.
it's an extra added bonus there.
Yeah, when you look at a crosswalk, the type of crosswalk that you would need there in case you did have an evacuation, I think that needs to come into play on that particular point, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's all I had.
And we have a motion and a second. All in favor of the motion, please say yes.
Yes.
Okay, let the record show that the agreement has been approved with Canon. Okay. Thank you. Appreciate you coming out. Okay, next will be the town administrator's report, and Trevor, if you can take care of this for us.
Thank you, Mayor. I just have two quick things just to keep the board aware of, and the community as well. First is that this weekend we have Music Fest in the West End Shopping Center. Steve Krompaski with the Farragut Business Alliance has been planning this for many months, and there's a great lineup of live music and other aspects to the event. Should be great. If anyone can make it, please put that on your schedule for Friday and Saturday.
I'll be there.
Okay, we're going to ask Steve to step up and get a couple of minutes on TV here, telling everybody about the festival. So,
Steve Krompaski, 404 Justice Valley Street, Farragut, Tennessee. I'm the executive director of the Farragut Business Alliance, better known as Shop Farragut, and I literally signed up 3 more vendors today. We have 53 vendors.
wow.
Which is a new record for our events. So I've squeezed the space over there a little bit more, but it looks like we have a great lineup of people. People are excited. I've had major Facebook traffic on this particular event. I think everyone's ready to get the COVID behind them and move out and have some fun. So it's looking wonderful. Everything is set to go. I want to put a shout out to Tommy Van and Van Land Management over there at the West End Center. They're doing yeoman's work, helping me get this all put together. We have more West End merchants this year participating than we ever have in the last 4 years. So once again, it's going to be an amazing weekend. Come on out, bring family, friends. We'll have a cold one waiting for you.
Thanks.
Steve, give us the hours so people understand.
Friday night, that's tomorrow evening, starts at 6 o'clock, we'll go to 10 p.m., 4 different bands. And then on Saturday, begins at 2 p.m., and we'll wrap things up around 9:30. So that's plenty of hours to come out and have some fun, grab something to eat at one of the food trucks, and cold beverages also. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Steve, appreciate it.
Trevor?
Thank you. Just one other item. Alderman Pinchuk wanted to make this announcement, so I'm making on his behalf. In partnership with the University of Tennessee Medical Center and Tenova Healthcare, the Knoxville Rehabilitation Hospital recently opened. So I just wanted to make the public and the board aware of that. This is a state-of-the-art 70,000 square foot 57-bed facility that is dedicated to the treatment and recovery of individuals who have experienced some loss of function due to injury or illness or surgery. And it's a tremendous success for Tenova and the University of Tennessee, and it's a tremendous asset to the community.
Okay, where's this located?
It's on Middlebrook Pike, out roughly adjacent to the Dowell Springs Medical Complex.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Okay, don't look like town attorney is going to be here tonight, so do we have anyone signed up for
No one has
citizens
signed up?
forum?
No.
Yeah, one thing I would like to mention is our prayers are with Mark Bialik's family. We lost a very good engineer to a heart attack here recently, and his services will be this Friday from 4 to 6 prior to the Music Fest for everybody.
Which you would have loved to gone to.
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you for letting us know.
Time is approximately 6:21, and without objection, July 8th, 2021, Farragut Board, Mayor and Alderman meeting is now adjourned.
That's at Click's Funeral Home.
Even when I see it coming.
Yeah, it's just a receiving friends.
Still.
I saw
There's no
the
service,
I
it's
was
just-
waiting.
Yeah. Yeah.